What's up, agents? Zero here. Welcome back to some more Minecraft investigations, and today we are going to be concluding our little mini series regarding Entity 303. I actually don't even know if it's a Macy's or not. And for context, if you guys have not seen the previous two videos I've done in this particular topic, I found a page online that has some basic information regarding Entity 303, as well as a couple of creepypasta stories regarding two entirely separate instances where he was encountered. And well, in this particular video, I'm not going to be getting into those encounter stories because I've already discussed them. However, I will be basically going over like that as a whole, because apparently on this page there's like a conclusion part, as well as I'm going to be giving my personal thoughts on this whole topic in general, which is not too bad. If you guys have not seen the previous two videos regarding this topic, I don't know whether or not it's going to be important that you watch those two videos before you watch this one. I want to believe I might potentially be referencing a couple of things from both of the stories, but if you don't want to watch them before you finish this video, that is perfectly fine. I'm not going to try to tell you otherwise, but it's not really necessarily important to the video, but I did some work on the mansion since the last video, and I've got some things done on the inside. And well, I'm gonna actually make this kind of like official, and I'm gonna go up to my brand new office. Obviously you guys aren't here because of that, but I feel like it's only proper, so I'm gonna get up to my office. Alright, so here we are at my brand new office, and so let's go ahead and sit down. And as I said, we're gonna be discussing the final pieces of information regarding Entity 303. The chair looks a little bit weird, but kind of didn't have much of a choice for an actual sitting chair. But obviously, again, you guys aren't here for that. You're here for Entity 303, and I get that. So, again, like I said, the other two videos that I've done have already been posted regarding the two encounters on Entity 303. There will be links in the description to those videos, so you guys can watch them if you want. But yeah, we're just going to pick up where we left off. Obviously, I'm not going to be discussing any particular encounter in this video because I've already discussed the only two encounters on this particular page. But I will be reading off the last couple of paragraphs. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So this is just a conclusion paragraph. It technically is labeled as conclusion. However, I'm going to be discussing it regardless. So potentially some spoilers if you guys have not seen the other videos, which is perfectly fine, but I don't think that there's going to be like too much information regarding these stories that's going to be spoiled. I haven't actually fully read it yet, but we'll see how things go. So let's go and just jump right into the remainder of the information. And then, like I said, once I finish reading this off, I'm going to give my personal thoughts on the whole topic in general. Alright, so here we go. There have been many more sightings after and the ones that I have already discussed, which I have to pause really quick. I may be paraphrasing a couple of these things just so you're aware. This first sentence is actually a really good example, not that it really matters. The first person who saw 303's disappeared from the internet. He hasn't been heard from since December 10th of 2013. The most recent encounter as of 7/7/2014, which I believe is July 7th, was, yeah, it apparently says July 7th, is the second encounter person, which goes by the name of the Speed 179, apparently on YouTube. I haven't looked up the channel just yet, but something tells me that potentially that channel may no longer exist. Just based of like creepypasta stories alone, people tend to disappear from internet sources. If the channel is still technically up, I'm actually going to be partially surprised. When he was Skype texting with a friend, in the middle of conversation, Team 303's team, hacked his computer. If you see things in your Minecraft worlds like birch, wood, and oak trees, fire in the sky, random cobblestone where it's not supposed to be, upside down crosses, figures in the distance, or other suspicious occurrences, Entity 303 could be hacking your Minecraft. Which, the upside down crosses, I have actually seen them generated in natural terrain, at least in videos. I've not really encountered them myself, but I do know that they do technically exist, so I am not 100% convinced that that in particular is actually Entity 303's doing, but rather just Bizarre World Generation. But obviously, people are going to disagree with that, and I understand as much. But that's just my personal view on it. As I said, I'm going to be giving my personal thoughts, and that's actually one of them. So, yeah. Okay, if you think you've been hacked, look through your whole computer and delete files with 303 in them. Remember, a lot more than 1/40th of people are affected by 303. There's some pretending to be Entity 303. If you see someone on Minecraft with the username Entity 303, then just ignore the person, be careful, and stay safe. If you see anything weird in your world, post a comment showing the picture. And I don't know if this story was originally posted like on Reddit or something, or this is the original place where it was posted. But I don't really see anything in regard to like additional comments or pictures, at least as of right now. I want to believe this page somewhere might potentially have. Okay, so I just scrolled down. There are apparently comments on this page. I'm not going to get into them. There will be a link down in the description below the previous two videos where you can look at this page for yourself. You can read the comments for yourself. Maybe potentially there are pictures that I haven't found just yet. Obviously, I haven't looked at it just yet. But yeah, okay, so apparently there's an update to this conclusion. It says Entity 303 said that we have 5 weeks to train because the war will be in 5 weeks. And this update was technically posted on December 13th, 2013. Which that is like 6 years ago, if I'm doing the math correctly. A little more than 6 years ago, because we haven't actually hit December just yet, at least as of me recording this video. It's August, technically speaking, of 2019. But let's go ahead and continue on. I have an additional comment about this particular statement that I'll mention at the very end of this paragraph. Get ready, guys. He also said to look out your window at night because he said you will see him eating children and spitting out their bones, which, that sounds gross. Children are disappearing, and the last thing that they did was Minecraft. Also, the Speed 179's team discovered the Sulfur of Immunity is an IP address that protects you from 303, which, that sounds interesting, I'm not gonna lie. It is currently unknown how it works. If you haven't been affected by 303 yet, it will happen in 5 weeks. Now, I'm looking at this page. I do not see any information regarding this whole war that happened 5 weeks after this was actually posted. It might be in the comments potentially, like I said. I haven't actually looked at the comments on this particular page. But there's really no information on how it went, if it even happened in the first place. So I imagine this war might just be speculation. I could be potentially wrong. There might actually be like some sort of proof or something that happened, but I haven't found it yet. And then there's one final paragraph regarding teams. So Entity 303 cannot be beaten just by fighting alone. So some people have created teams. The team leaders recruit members over the internet to fight Entity 303. The Speed 179's team is the first one. Speed's team has a special server called the Sulfur of Immunity, a thing that protects you from 303. And I know I've been mentioning the comments a lot, but that is all there is on this page aside from those particular comments, unless you're looking at like some advertisements or things on the sidebars, which that's obviously not important to this. But yeah, that's all the information regarding this particular topic. And like I said, my final thoughts. So as I've stated in a few of these videos already, well, technically the past two, Herobrine himself does not like Entity 303. And in the second encounter that I mentioned, I said that Entity 303 replaced Herobrine, which I said in that particular video I didn't think was technically possible because Herobrine himself is an actual, like, entity, whereas 303, despite having entity in his name, is technically a fired Mojang employee, so he's not exactly an entity, unless there was some other thing that ended up happening, which I don't know for sure. But yeah, so if he was able to get rid of Herobrine, as I said before in the other videos, well, that does, as I also said, that does give Herobrine reason to not like him. And something tells me, and I don't know if this is actually true because there's no mention of it, but something potentially tells me that maybe Herobrine might have fought in whatever war this might have been. I mean, admittedly, in the second story, like I just said, NT303 said he got rid of Herobrine, and I honestly don't think he could have potentially even done that, because Herobrine is an actual entity. At least that's what the lore says. So, yeah, I don't know what else to say about this. I'm still siding on what I said in the previous videos that Herobrine, despite the terrible things that he's done and the creepypastas that has gone on about him in particular, that technically speaking, he is on our side just for this particular topic. I mean, obviously, no one really likes Entity 303. I mean, I can't say blame people, and obviously, the whole creepypastas that have happened kind of support this. But obviously, if we're on the same side of Herobrine, I believe that, like I said before, he might have potentially fought in this war, if it even happened in the first place, on our side. And I actually kind of like have a newfound kind of appreciation for Herobrine as a whole. I realize a lot of people still technically write him off as potentially dangerous and creepy and all those other kinds of stuff, but I really don't necessarily think like 100% true anymore. I mean, I imagine I could look at other creepypastas regarding Herobrine himself, but just the Entity 303 tells me otherwise. But yeah, I've kind of gone off on a tangent regarding Herobrine instead of Entity 303, but I just wanted to try to come to some sort of conclusion in regards to him versus 303. But other than that, I really don't have like any other information, at least as of right now. I might do more videos on NT303 if more information pops up, at least somewhere, and I will not be doing any videos regarding the comment section on this particular page, just so you guys are aware, because that I'm looking at, there's like 5,000 comments. That would take way too long. But yeah, this is where I'm ending things off. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you did, make sure that like button. Or more than make sure that subscribe button for future content. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at AgentCPU0 to stay updated. This has been Zero Studios. Thank you guys for watching. And before I forget, I actually have not asked this of you guys yet, but I'm curious about you guys' opinions about this whole topic down in the comment section. Do you agree with me that Herobrine is technically on our side, or do you think that maybe he's still technically quote-unquote evil? I mean, I realize it's probably not a good terminology to use in this particular context, but I don't know of any other way to put it. And your thoughts on 303 as a whole as well, and not just like the Entity 303 himself, but this whole topic that I've been discussing. But yeah, just wanted to mention that real quick because I almost forgot. But yeah, I'll see you guys later.